So while I was browsing YouTube and checking out a fellow content creator accumulating knowledge and his latest jank brew video, I got to thinking, I quite like this. Me and James could get along quite nicely, especially as he's a fine purveyor of jank. So I reached out, and of course he also wanted to do a video. So we decided to do a battle. What were the rules? Tribal decks only, has to be rotation proof, and only of course the finest jank. So we put a Twitter post out. We wanted to see who we picked, and of course you all voted knights, because I didn't think about at the moment is that there are a ton of knights in standard. Not really. None of the knights really work until the new set comes out. But I thought, you know what? We'll make do. We'll see what we can come up with. There's got to be a brew we can do. And so essentially, well, we can see that we're struggling on my pure face at the moment. But what we ended up doing is we ended up going down green and white. Reasons why? Well, plenty of tokens. There's also plenty of ways to get benefits out of tokens, so we can negate damage from early aggression attacks. Corpse Knight also helps us gain and drain our opponent through getting creatures on the board. So it's kind of a thing that we want to do. And yeah, basically that's how we were going to play it. Basically green-white knights. Or so James thought, because James was watching the stream. And we know he was. So what did we do? Well, off camera, we've actually brewed a different deck. That's right. I played a little sneaky double header on this one, ladies and gentlemen. So he thinks that we're doing Abzan Knights. We weren't. We got Mardu. And I mean Mardu. So, what is the main aim of our deck? It's a cheap Night Owl. Essentially, cheap creature base, cheap spell casting, low mana base, maximum overdrive and input. Also, the pun is cool as well, let's be honest. A cheap night out. So, we decided to go into game one. Obviously, our first hand is shockingly bad. And I mean shockingly bad. That is horrific. So, obviously, we throw it back. We don't care about the icon, get rid of that. Although icon is a very good draw engine piece in this deck. Okay, Knight of the Airborne Legion. Obviously, you know, he's put a human out. Could be human tribal, could be swords tribal. We just don't know yet. He's got a hero. He's got hero. That's a big problem for us. Generating all that token value is no. So we obviously have to get rid of that immediately. I've seen how well hero decks do. And of course he has a second, because you know, all the value over that side of the field, all the value. So obviously he does not take the trade. Obviously we get light up the stage and boom! To the face. Right, so now what we can do is just hope and pray. Alright, Hunting Wisdom's not bad. Tajik is a problem. It now removes all our removal spells, cannot kill. So what do? Well, we basically flood the board. We flood the board and we got a little trick up our sleeve that is God's willing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. At this point I'm thinking, you know, red-white, got to be running out of all his value. Must be lands in hand and various bits and bobs, so we don't have to worry too much. And of course, you know, he's thinking about it. He's got a lot of options, especially on his side of the field, what he can do. So let's see what he's going to do. Gideon Blackblade. We are now screwed. So of course he's from charge it, providing it's not indestructible. We've got a sweet little run here. Of course it wasn't indestructible, so we managed to scoot by that one quite nicely. So now what we're going to do is a little game of which creature is going to take the brunt of the damage, i.e. which one's going to get saved. Of course he wants to remove our token engine, so at which point we're going to give it pro red. You know, a bit of card draw on top, nothing, definitely don't want to turn that away. Okay, and obviously we want to make sure we get the casting cost in. It's kind of a debate, should I swing all out at Gideon and remove him? And the answer should have been yes, Jordan. You should have swung in everything against Gideon to remove him. Sadly, we did not think about it. Now, we went for Inspiring Veteran just for the pump-up effect. Now, again, he's on his side of the board. He's got to kind of think about combat damage, how many creatures he's going to swing with, and obviously he's got Gideon, which essentially is a free swing at any point, and working with the Hasdada Marshal works rather well in his favour. Obviously he's going to give it Indestructible for the token damage, and declares a swing. We try to decide on how we are going to go order blockers on this thing, because it is a bit awkward and a bit difficult. At which point we decide not to, and sadly this ruins our board, because I forgot that the Lord would make sure the Knights of the Evil Legion would die. So kind of a big boo-boo on my error for not thinking about it. Gets in a Gideon for 1, even though there was no point in getting him for 1. So of course we have our chump blocker. He's just going to keep getting this Indestructible and keep swinging. And we throw the Corpse Knight under the bus and go down to 1. Low Rune. Yeah, Low Rune Enforcer is a problem. Definitely something that we can't deal with. And at this point we're throwing in the towel, swinging everything at Gideon, because why not? Of course he throws the Low Rune Enforcer under the bus, because it's fine, can take the hits, and that is it for the end of game 1. We could not do anything against the mass of tokens on his side of the board. So we quickly squirrel on to game 2. At which point we're now looking towards the end of game 2. It has been a long slog, hard fought, throwing damage left, right and centre. At which point we are facing down a Boros Challenger, 3 Boros Challengers. At which point it is quite a severe hit for lethal if he gets in. But he's obviously debating, with the icon he can search to try and find some form of pump effect or help out or removal spell for my creature. But we take the hit, and of course he puts the Vindicator down. That is obviously a prime removal spell target, so we get rid of that. And sadly, we have no burn spell off the top. We cannot win. So yeah, that is it. We obviously swing in for the good games, GG's, and put him to 1. And we don't even, we're going to make him kill us for full life and everything, so just let him swing through and he can have his moment in the sun. Now I know what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen, of, oh my god, can't believe you lost that so quick. Luckily though, James was free for some more games, so we decided to run our Abzan Knight Out deck. And yeah, why not try a bit of little bit of white in there to get some extra value, bit of black. The green, obviously we've got a lot of tokens, we've actually got a lot of interaction with this deck, so it's not too bad. So obviously looking at game 1, things went as bad as before. We have a Sure Assemble. We're going to assemble here. Obviously we get triggers off Corpse Knight, which is just a beautiful little combo with that deck. But it also provides 2/2 blockers, which is rather nice. So it allows us to soak up a bit more damage from all these little guys. Of course, he gives it first strike because he's terrified of some form of pump-up effect, and he doesn't want me to get the life gain either. Of course, he has a hero and a Boros Challenger, so he's just getting all the value. In game 1, it was horrific. We couldn't do anything. And sadly, as is well known with me, I did a major misplay. I, of course, search up the deck. I'm filtering out my deck. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm fine, I'm sweet. And then I decided to swing with my Vigilance guys, forgetting that he has a 2/3, not a 2/2. So anyway, game 2, again, hard slug, brought in a lot more removal. We dealt with the Gideon Blackblade, as you saw. And then we started just holding back, waiting for him to make the move, which of course he doesn't want to. Of course we have various things. We do have an Assassin's Trophy in hand, and as you see, these beautiful mixed art, obviously getting into his skull. I'm timing to play the messing with his mind game. So we swing for 4. This way we're going to get a 1/1 counter on the Knight of the Even Legion. He does fry. Now, that was a good sideboard card to bring in against the deck. There are a lot of really good white creatures. But we do, off the top, the Shastani's Conclave. So suddenly that fry, I bet he wished he had it in hand, because having a 1/4 that's a lord is just very difficult to deal with. Of course, then we just know the writing's on the wall, so we start swinging for the hills. We're just going to keep the removal in hand, because why not? And then we pump up once, and of course I realise that you can double pump him, and we get in there for lethal. Moving on to game 3, as you see we did have a Gideon, he got removed very quickly, and we have drawn dead. So literally mana flooded beyond belief. Me and James had a very good giggle after this game, and we're discussing about how it was either mana screw or mana flood the entire time. And I don't even think I have too many lands in this deck, but it was just good times. So a big thank you to James from Accumulated Knowledge for playing with me. Please make sure you do go and check out their channel. Links are all in the description box down below, and he will also have his highlight video up on his channel. So thank you again guys for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and catch you guys later.